Hi everybody, my name's Sara and I've been doing a ton of writing at home. I've been making nonfiction books, I've been writing a superhero story, and I've even been working on a book that's another kind of story, which is a personal narrative. It's a story that really happened to me this week. And as I'm writing, I'm realizing that I'm having to write lots of words and I'm not sure how to spell all of them. And so today I wanted to teach you one strategy for when you come to a word and you're not sure how to spell it. And so here's a strategy that I'm going to teach you today. One way to spell a new word is to say the word slowly and to really listen to yourself and to think to yourself, what do I know about the hard part? Because usually when you're trying to spell a word you don't know, there's one part that you're really not sure about. That's the hard part. And so you might think to yourself, well, what do I know about that hard part? You might think, what are some other words that I know that have that part and how are they spelled? Those are your options. So what are my options? And then what I like to do is I like to try all the different options. I actually like to try them on like a scrap piece of paper. And then that helps me see which one looks right. So I'm going to show you how to do this in this book that I'm writing about my scooter ride. So the book is called The Scooter Ride, and on page 1, I wrote, I went on my scooter, and on page 2, what I need to write is, my scooter hit a crack in the sidewalk. So I'm going to write that, my scooter. So that's a word that I'm not quite sure, especially about the ending, how to spell that part. So I'm going to try this strategy right now. Watch me do it. So I'm going to say the word slowly. Scooter. Okay, so what do I know about the hard part? Well, to me, the hard part is that sound at the end because I know it can be spelled lots of different ways. So I'm going to think, what are my options for So how is spelled in other places? So, well, I know in teacher has that part. It's spelled with an ER. I know in the word work, is actually OR. And I know the word bird, it's an IR. So I've got 3 different choices here. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to actually try all 3 choices and I'm going to see which one looks right because they all sound right. Okay, so I'm trying to write scooter. So I'm going to write scooter with an ER. Then I'm going to try to write scooter with an OR. And then I'm going to try to write scooter with an IR. And I just like to jot it really quickly. Can you see scooter? I wrote it 3 different ways. And it's funny because even though they all sound right, one of them looks right to me. And it's this ER at the top. Doesn't that look right, that one? So that's what I'm going to write. My scooter hit a crack. So I know how that starts, that CR, but when I think about what I know about the hard part, that ack at the end, I'm not quite sure. It could be spelled a couple of different ways. So let me think about, what are the ways that I know you could spell ack? Well, I know I have a friend named Jack, and I've seen the word Jack in books before, and that's spelled ACK. Ack. Well, I also know, I know in the word fractions, the ack is there. It sounds the same, but it's just spelled AC. There's no K. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try both ways, and I'm going to see which one looks right. Okay, so I'm trying to write crack, so let me try. Should it say ACK, or should it just say, so here are my 2 options. I just wrote them on my scrap piece of paper. Both of them make the right sound, but do you see which one looks right? Isn't it neat to see? Once you write it out, you can really see. I think it's that ACK. That's the one that looks right. So my scooter hit a crack. in the sidewalk. Great. Okay. So if you're doing a lot of writing, chances are you're going to come to a bunch of words and you're not sure how they're going to be spelled. One thing you can do is you can say the word and listen for the sounds you hear and write it down. But another thing you can do is you can say the word slowly. You can think, what do I know about the hard part? Think about your different options. And then you can actually try them out on a scrap piece of paper and think about which one looks right. And that is going to help you spell the words correctly. All right, I hope you're having so much fun writing your stories, and I hope you have a strategy now for how to try out correct spelling in your words. Have fun.